Well, Willie, first of all, congratulations. You're very welcome to Radio Kerry, very welcome to Kerry, and a happy birthday because you're 29 today.
Yeah, thanks very much, Willie, and I'm very grateful to where I've got today. It looks like all the hard work paid off, all the time away from my family and my kids and stuff, my wife and kids and my family and all, it's all paying off now, so it's all good, everything's going well,
But before we start talking about your boxing career, Willie, you have your priorities in life very much right, because we are here back in Heffernan, back in Kiel now, and we were talking to Saoirse and Liam, and both of them suffer from Battens disease, and you're a great supporter of the family and a great supporter of the cause.
Yeah, well, Tony came to me the first time ever. There was a couple of months ago when we climbed Carricktool. And he explained his situation about his kids, they have a life-threatening disease, which Battens disease, which is very rare, and he's running a charity thing for it, and I took the chance straight away, because I'm as a family man myself, as a father myself, and things, I'd hate to see it. I'm sure I'd hate to see myself suffering from the kind of same thing here, but we're here now today, and we're in Tony's house, and it's completely different to what I expected. I expected to come into a place where everyone would kind of down on themselves, joke to the cause of their kids and everything, but everything is just pure happy in here, it's just a pure normal in here, the kids are happy, everyone is smiling, everyone is delighted, and there's no misery feeling here, and they're making the best of their kids, making the best of what they have, and I think this charity thing with Tony and Mary, you have to give them credit for it, because they're trying to raise awareness. Not only are they trying to do it for their kids, but they're going to try to do it for other kids out there as well, that are suffering from the same kind of thing, so he's doing it all for a good cause, his whole life now is surrounded this, this on his kids, and as I said, he's making the best of it with his kids, they're all ever so happy, I think looking into the new year now, and with recession and everything, I think everyone out there now, anyone that's suffering from recession and money worries out there, they should have a look at their families and look deep down inside and look at your health and and be happy with what you have, because we have two kids here with Tony, he doesn't know if he's ever going to see the life of them, so others out there, they should be more worried about their health and their kids, for their kids' sake and everything else.
Yeah, and Liam and Saoirse, two beautiful kids. You've been cuddling them there a while ago. I saw you, Willie, two beautiful kids. Sadly, Tony tells us that Saoirse mightn't, hopefully we're wrong, that she mightn't be with us long, but as you say, the house is very happy, and he makes it a point, and Mary, his wife, makes it a point of keeping it happy. That's the way they wanted it, and you pointed that out, and rightly so.
Yeah, as I said, Saoirse, she missed out on a little bit treatment over in America, and it's just taking the toll now, they don't know how long more she's going to have left of her, and looking at her a while ago now, she looks like, someone, these kids, come from a happy family, and life running around the place, to be laid up in a bed, and it's kind of sad in one way, but that's what I'm saying, people, they should look at their health, and not be worrying the whole time, and be happy with what you have, and make the best of what you have, and it's the same. This is the exact same thing what Tony and Mary are doing down here now with their kids. They're making the best of what they have. And I wish them all the best now in the world.
Fair play to you. You're great, Willie, to come down all the way from Limerick, because the roads are very glassy. We're in the middle of the ice, freezing out at the moment. So well done, and it's great to see a man with your reputation and a European champion helping out people like that. Since you won the European title, I saw you beating Paul Hyland. Since you won it, has life changed a lot?
Yeah, it has in one way, there's a lot more people recognise you now and everything, people are getting excited when they see you now, sometimes you're in the restaurant, you'd hear them that they'd be arguing, one would be saying it is him, one would be saying it's not him, is it him, isn't it him, so I kind of laugh at that kind of thing, but it has in one way, but as I said, I'm kind of sending out a message out to younger lads out there, that they should make the best of what they have, enjoy what you're doing, and you'll never know what's going to be out there for anyone, as long as it's just participate in sports or whatever, and make the best of what they have and enjoy it, of course, enjoy it, see how you get on.
You have an amazing career, Willie. You've only 12 professional title fights. I saw you boxing your first one in the Gleneagle in Killarney, and you boxed on top of Carrantoul for Battens, and you had only just 12 professional fights. It's an amazing statistic, really, and you've come up the ladder very fast.
Yeah, as I said, we're in line for a world title fight now, and they're talking March, so it's great, one thing leads to another thing, and it's all a great achievement for me, 1 minute I'm over in Prizefighter, boxing for Prizefighter with 3 fights in one night, and before I know it, I'm up in the highest mountain in Ireland boxing for Battens disease, for Tony Heffernan and his charity and things, and after that then, we goes on to win a European title, and if that wasn't bad, if that wasn't any good, so we're in line now for a world title fight, so it's all good, it's, as I said, I never asked for anything, but I'm working hard now, I'm training hard, and I'm going to do the best of it, make the best of it while it lasts as well at the one time, And
you're going to be boxing a Cuban for the world title in the new year?
Yeah, you're thinking, I had a great, with only 11 fights, and I'm European champion. This guy only has 7 or 8 fights, and he's world champion, so it's one better. So it'd be an interesting fight to have, he's down as one of the world's best amateurs, and he's 2 gold medals in each Olympics, so.
What's his name?
Rigando, it's his second name. Don't ask me his first name. It took me weeks to get to say Rigando, and he's a Cuban. And he's managed by Gary Hyde, so he's very professional, he's very technical, he knows what he's doing in the ring, he has all the tools for it, and I think he's going to be very tough to beat, but I think I'm going to have to be at my best, to keep that title in Ireland, and I'm sure my training, that when I get into training and I'm going to start training for him, I'm going to build my confidence, and I'm going to make sure that belt will try and stay in Ireland,
When did you start your boxing career? How did it come about? Because you boxed for Ireland, you were an international.
Yeah, I was in the amateurs for a while. I was in and off the amateurs for a long time, and in my last 2 years, the amateurs, they were kind of, I started putting a little bit of time and effort into them, and then, as I said, my coach, Phil Sutcliffe, he saw me in a charity show one night, up in a tie, and he came over to me and he says, look, this amateur game is not for you at all. He said to me, you want to be in the pro game. And he talked me, he kind of talked to him for a while, I came up for doing a bit of training things with him, and
why did he say that, Willie?
Because, well, I agree with him, to be honest with you, he wasn't being smart at me, Phil Sutcliffe is a boxing man, he'll tell you the way it is, he won't lie to you, he didn't go up to me, okay, you could spend another 3 years at the amateurs and you might win a senior title. So he just said, look, you're never going to win a senior title, you're never going to go to the Olympics as an amateur, because my style didn't suit the pointing system, I hadn't, but he saw something in me, that would suit better for the pros, and he took me under his wing, and just before I ever went down with him, he said, you come on with me, I'll make you a European champion within 3 years. Here we are, only after 2 years, as European champion, and now we're going on to win to fight for a world title as well, so he'll get it all wishes in 1 year,
You're relinquishing your crown, or European crown, Willie, and you're going straight for the world title shot. Would people think that might be a bit soon?
Yeah, but people would question you, maybe he should wait and pick up a little bit of experience at the European level, get a couple of defences. But there's great competition out there now in the Europe, at the moment with the super bantamweights, you have a couple in England, you have a few in Ireland, there's great competition going on there. Look, what's to say, if I hold out for another year or two and get another couple of fights under my belt and then go for the European belt, go for the world title belt, what's to say that I'm going to win it then, Do you know what I mean? I can lose it then, after spending the last 3 years. Here I am getting the opportunity now, you know what I mean? And we feel very confident in taking it as well, we're not just taking it just for a chance of it, we're taking it because we feel confident and we feel that we have the tools to be a world champion, you know what I mean? And that's the way it goes, look, we take the chances, and we'll train for that opponent, and hopefully it'll pay off in the end, As you said, if it doesn't happen this time, sure, I can come back down to European level and get a couple of fights in, come back up again, like, you know. So
Limerick, of course, is a great sporting city, a great sporting county with the Munster team and all there. And of course, you got a civic reception lately from Limerick. That was a big thing, and richly deserved, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it, to be honest with you, but it just goes to show, like, you know, that from my own city, like, it shows that I'm being respected, I'm being recognised. And it's nice. It's very nice to be accepted and to be respected in your own city. And it's like to see the younger generation coming up then as well. Like, you know, they see you being recognised all this time. Like, you know what I mean, you know, and then when they see the changes, they might want to change. Like, you know what I mean. Some of them, like, you know what I mean, in disadvantaged areas, some of them, like, you know, and even in the travelling community, like, you know what I mean. You know, I'm a member of traveller myself, like, you know, and. Do you know, a lot of kids, they leave school early and stuff, like, you know what I mean, and in the travelling community now, like, you know, very little are going to school up until they're 18s or 19s, like, you know what I mean, you know, and they're leaving school early, they're getting into drugs and drink from them, like, you know what I mean, and it's not the way to be going, like, you know what I mean, you know, I think school is very important. Stay in school as long as you can, get a good education, or a half-decent education at least, like, you know, and, you know, just to put your time and effort into sports and stuff as well, like, you know, because there's great opportunities out there for lads, like, you know, I grew up with lads who are not here now at the moment, all, including my own brother, like, for that matter, like, you know, and they all died due to circumstances, like, you know, drugs and suicide and whatever you have, like, you know, and you know, there's more to life than drinking, drugs and gangs and whatever you have, like, you know what I mean, you know, and you just need to get out there and make an effort of it, like, you know what I mean, you know, and people start getting proud of you then, like, you know what I mean, people will respect you. Do you know what I mean? And because of what you're doing, like, you know what I mean? And more will follow it in after that, like, you know.